What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday edition of the Bears Profit Plays channel. We're going to be going over some start and sits, last minute fantasy football stuff, and give out our game picks for this week 5 NFL slate. There's already been a game kicking off for you guys, and we've been watching it. It's almost into the fourth quarter now. The Bills versus the Jaguars game. Bear, have you been watching this game? Have you want to break down anything about it?
Yeah, I started watching the second quarter. Had to get some Z's. I woke up about 9 o'clock. The Buffalo Bills jet lag is real. I guess they stink. They can't move the ball at all. Jacksonville's just as bad though. So going to be an ugly game down the stretch. Looking like maybe a 14-11 finish. Hopefully Buffalo does win though, because I like the Bills.
Yeah, and I mean the Jacksonville Jaguars, they stayed there for a full week, so they're a little bit warmed up and ready to go over there. Their offense came out buzzing early, but they've kind of stalled after the early set of the game. But I'm still excited to watch how it ends. You know, Trevor Lawrence, he's a good quarterback. Josh Allen, he's a great quarterback. It's going to be a good finish. You got to hope for that. But guys, make sure to drop down your fantasy start and sits if you guys have any questions about any last minute. Me and Bear will be here to answer those questions for you guys. But before we do that, we're going to be going into our game picks. We're going to go pick the money line with every one of our games. We're not going to pick any of the spreads because we gave out some of these game picks on our YouTube, on our members, and on our website at bearsprofitplays.com. So make sure to go check that out if you guys want any of our game picks as well. But we're going to jump right into it. The first game is going to be this New York Giants at Miami Dolphins game, a massive spread here of 13 points. Bear, I'm assuming you're going to go with the Dolphins here to win this game.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins here big. I also like the over as well, Trey. I mean, the Giants, I've been saying it for 3 weeks. I've been screwed by the Giants for 3 straight weeks. Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback, but they're going to put up some points in this game against the Miami defense. But I will take the Dolphins on the money line, obviously, as a pick. And then I also like the over in the game.
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins are easy money line pick here. If you guys want a player prop, I love a Tyreek here, a Hill anytime touchdown score. I think that's going to hit for us as well. And Bear, as we're going through, make sure to start thinking of what we want to do for our parlay lock.
I've
At
already
the
got
end
it.
of our live, me and Bear, we're going to each give out 2 picks. It could be player prop, it could be a spread or a total or a money line. We're going to build a parlay for you guys. Last week, I don't think we hit, but it was pretty close, and we're looking to hit this week for you guys. But me and Bear, both of us are on the Dolphins for the first game of the slate. That one was a pretty easy one to go with. And we're going to go on to this game, the Carolina Panthers at Detroit Lions game. There's a lot of people out for the Lions in this game. And it looks like Cam Southern has a question. Jalen Waddle for the Dolphins or Garrett Wilson? I kind of feel bad. We told him to kind of sit Garrett Wilson a couple of weeks ago, and I think he ended up scoring an 80-yard touchdown. But I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle in this game. It's hard to go with Garrett Wilson. He's obviously a better wide receiver than Jalen Waddle, at least in my opinion. They're pretty close, but I love Garrett Wilson. But Zach Wilson's just so hard to trust. I know Bear gave out a player prop for Zach Wilson. Make sure to go check that out on our YouTube channel. But for me, it's going to be Jalen Waddle. Bear, what about you?
Yeah, I was actually going to save this for a little bit, but I'm also going to give out a prize picks play, a 6-leg prize picks play for everybody. But I do have a parlay, a 3-leg parlay on FanDuel. It's Jamar Chase, 100 plus yards, plus 158. Garrett Wilson, 100 plus yards against the Denver Broncos, third worst defense in the entire NFL in the secondary, plus 410 for Garrett Wilson to go over 100 yards. And then the end, Michael Gallup, 60 plus against the San Fran. $20 plays wins $1,000. So I love that play. I think you should start Garrett Wilson today, Cambo.
All right. Well, me get with Waddle and Bear, he went with Garrett Wilson. You're gonna have to decide at the end of the day, Cam, who you want to start. I think you can't go wrong with either one of you. Both of them are gonna get you double-digit points, I assume. But going into this game, the Carolina Panthers at Detroit Lions game. Lions have a ton of people out. They have Amon-Ra St. Brown out and Jahmyr Gibbs out. So I think I'm going to go with the Panthers here in this game. The Lions, I think that they're expecting to run all over this Carolina Panthers team and to rump them. I think the Panthers are going to surprise some people. So I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers plus 370 here on the money line.
Yeah, Trey, I thought maybe I'd get a point here by taking the Panthers. So since you're going with the Panthers, I guess I'll go with the Lions money line. I mean, Panthers might win this game. There's a lot of injuries for Detroit. They're flying high right now. Panthers need a win on the board. Hungry dog runs faster when it's hungry. So Panthers is probably the better pick. But because you went with the Panthers, I'll go with the Lions.
All right. And yeah, I thought I was going to get a point on you. So Me and Barry were both maybe going for that underdog game. So that might be a good one, plus 9.5 for the Carolina Panthers there. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. In this game, it's going to be a very close game. AFC North rivalry games always go for the under 38 points. That's not very much. So maybe the books are begging us to hit the over there. So maybe the under is the play here. But the Baltimore Ravens at Pittsburgh Steelers game. The Steelers, they are home pups here at plus 4.5 points. Bear, which side are you going with?
I actually wrote this game up on the site. It's a member play, so I'm not going to give a spread. I will give a total, and I will be taking the over 38 points because I think it's the opposite, Trey. I think the book's challenging us to take the under. There's no way this should be 38 points. Both these teams stink. So give me the over, but the spread's going to be safe for the site.
Yeah, Baltimore's not bad, but I mean, their
Oh,
offense is just so
yeah, great.
tricky. I mean, they have no running backs, and their wide receivers are always hurt, it seems like. So it's always just a Lamar Jackson show. And I'm going to go with the Ravens here on the money line. I have a lot more confidence in this Baltimore Ravens offense than I do the Steelers at the moment. This is going to be a defensive battle. The Baltimore Ravens defense has been looking really good. TJ Watt's going to have to show up in this game if the Steelers want to win. I'm not for sure that's going to happen, though. So give me the Baltimore Ravens here on the money line. And it looks like Cambo has another one from Addison,
Oh,
Connor,
geez.
Nico, or Pittman for his flex spot. Is Addison the player, or is he talking about Jordan Addison? Bear, do you know?
Addison is a person he lives with. It's his roommate.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, I would go with James Conner here. I think he's going to be a key cog in that offense. Pittman Jr. is a good option as well. But, I mean, it's just so hard to trust Anthony Richardson since he's not really too much of a dynamic thrower. I would go with James Conner here. Nico, it's a good option. He's been really good here recently. But at the end of the day, it's still hard to trust them because the Texans, they have a lot of good wide receivers from Nico to Tank Dell to Mechie. There's just a lot of people there that can't eat any given day. So I'm going to go with James Conner for me.
Yeah, I do want to apologize because Addison is kind of a player. He played D3 football at New Hope, the Bulldogs over there. So I do want to apologize because he did play D3 football over there. But yeah, I like Connor. I think you said it. Nico going up against the Falcons, probably a low scoring game in that one. I think the Bengals and the Cardinals are going to be a little bit more higher score of a game. So I like Connor.
Oh, Bear, that's an underrated comment there. I love that
Thank
one.
you. Thank you.
So this next game, the Houston Texans at Atlanta Falcons game. This game's gonna be a really good game to watch. I'm very pumped to watch it. It's a pretty close spread. The Atlanta Falcons are favored at home by minus 2.5, over under 42. Bear, which side are you gonna go with this one?
Boy, Falcons stink. Texans are riding high. Love the head coach. Love CJ Stroud. Give me the Texans on the money line.
Texans on the money line. All right. Well, I gave this pick out on our NFL game picks. So if you guys are watching that one, you guys know which way I'm going to be going. I gave out the Falcons on the money line. It was minus 130 whenever I gave it last night. It's minus 142 now. So maybe you need to hop on that Falcons money line before it gets any more juicy. So I love the Falcons here. I think that Desmond Ridder, he's going to come in this game and perform. He's 4-0 at home in his career. It's a home game here. So I think he's going to come in this game prepared and ready for a battle. So me and Bear, we're split on that one. Bear, he loves the Texans, and I love the Falcons. Looks like Cambo, he says, got his New Hope jersey on for game day. He's repping proud. You know what? You always got to love the New Hope alumni games. They're putting probably Addison out there at center.
Yeah.
He's going to be pulling guard and laying down some wood. So
He does
New
play
Hope,
left guard, and D tackle. He's a two-way player, so
God,
he's a
that
stud.
takes a ton of grit, honestly.
He
So
does.
I think it's kind of underrated. The fact that he's not in the New Hope Hall of Fame is kind of, it's kind of disrespectful.
Maybe we'll get him a signed helmet so we can wear it for the game as well.
Yeah. This Tennessee Titans going up against the Indianapolis Colts. I shout him out every week. We have a good friend. He's a Colts fan. He's riding high and riding low with every play, it seems like. And I think he's going to be riding low in this game. This is going to be the Derrick Henry show. I do love the Titans here. The Colts, I think they maybe going to keep this game close. They're home dogs here at plus 2.5. But I feel like Derrick Henry, he has the AFC South champ chain on in this game, and I think he's going to be running all over the Colts.
I love the Titans in this game, Trey. Colts, very frisky. I think they're a good team, good defense. JT's back. Anthony Richardson seems like the real deal, but we are about a week away from tractor Cedo season, and I think we're going to see the first glimpse. He's going to turn on the tractor just a little bit in this game. I like Derrick Henry to have a big day here, so I'm going to take the Titans.
All right, so we're both on the Titans in that game, and you know what? If our friend Christian's watching, I'm sorry, dude. I mean, the Colts have a good future. Anthony Richardson is an absolute dog. But at the end of the day, The hungry dog runs fast. Isn't that what Bear says? Oh, well.
Hungry
But
dog.
the New
Hungry
Orleans
dog.
Saints,
Yep. Hungry dog does indeed run faster when it's hungry.
this New Orleans Saints at New England Patriots game, I will not be giving out a game pick here. If you guys want to see which way I'm going to be going, make sure to hit that join button down there below to be a YouTube member for us. We give out YouTube member plays every single day, and this game is mine. So, Bear, which way are you going to be going on the New Orleans Saints at New England Patriots game?
I forgot what you put, so hopefully I don't make you mad. But I put a responsible wager on the Patriots on the money line in this game. I think they're going to win. They're at home. They got their asses kicked the last couple of weeks. Saints are a dumpster fire. Derek Carr's really bad. He's also banged up. Last week, wasn't it 13 catches for Kamara for 30 yards? So that's their best play. I think the Patriots win here. The defense is really good. We're going to see something from Mac Jones. So I love the Patriots on the money line. Trey is my play.
Yeah, I think you maybe even gave him more yards. I don't even know if he even got the 30 yards on those 13 catches, but it was an impressive showing from Alvin Kamara. And I just put up a banner. Make sure to drop your fantasy start sit questions. If you guys have any, Mean Bear will be answering those here for you guys. There's a lot of injuries going on this Sunday slate already. So I know a lot of people out there have a lot of questions about which way to go in their lineup. But this next game, it might be one of the best games on the slate. The Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Los Angeles to play the Rams. The Rams are home dogs here at +4, over under 50.5. That's a ton of points for this game, but with these two offenses, I feel like it might be a little bit high scoring. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams here. I feel like the Eagles have been just barely scraping by, and I don't think Sean McVay is going to let them scrape by in this game. I think the Eagles defense has been a little bit up and down, but this Rams offense is as consistent as can be. Cooper Kupp, he's coming back. Cooper Kupp on one side, Puka Nacua on the other. I am beyond ready to see what that offense looks like.
Yeah, Trey, I hate you again because I thought I was going to get a point here with an underdog, but no, you're going to take the Rams. Out of spite, I will take the Rams because I'm not taking the Eagles. So give me the Rams.
Yeah, I kind of figured you weren't going to go with the Eagles there because you hate the Eagles, but it's fair.
I'm not hate. I just think they're frauds. Like, they're not that good. I mean, they're a good team, no doubt, but they're just not. They're not great. They're not the Eagles of last year, that's for sure.
And I have to agree with you there. And Cam says, is it absurd that I'm considering starting Josh Reynolds over CD? I don't think that is too absurd. I've benched Joe Burrow in a ton of leagues this morning. At the end of the day, you got to put the guy out there that you feel like is going to be the most consistent for you. And Josh Reynolds may be that in this game. He's been really good as the number 3 wide receiver for the Lions, let alone if he's now going to be the number 1 with Amon-Ra out. I think that he's going to be looking to get a ton of targets in this game. And with CD going up against the 49ers, I'm not sure what his day is going to look like. You can project him to have a big day, but going up against his 49ers defense, you really don't know. So I would be going with Josh Reynolds here. I feel like if CD is a good wide receiver, obviously. If it's between Josh Reynolds and CD, I don't know. It's hard to bench CD, I guess, Bear.
You don't bench CD Lamb only because he's a much better receiver. Like, I understand, like, you're looking for value with Reynolds, maybe put him in the flex. Obviously, Brown's out in this game. He's projected right now 44 yards and 0.2 touchdowns. CD Lamb's projected over 70 yards. I mean, San Fran front four is really good. I will say the front four is really good. Secondary is not that great. 17th in the NFL. I think CD Lamb has himself a day. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to try to go up and down the field in the San Fran on the 49ers. So I like CD Lamb.
Do you think Dak will have enough time in the pocket?
We have all of our linemen back. So yes.
Oh, that's good news. That game's going to be really good. I'm super excited to watch that game. Cam, thanks for dropping those questions. And if you have any more, make sure to drop those as well. And we're moving on to this game. This game might be the ugliest game. It's going to be a back and forth battle. I mean, if you would have told me that the Bengals were going up against the Cardinals in week 5, I would have been like, wow, that spread's going to be almost double digits. And here we are. The Cardinals just slight home underdogs. Cardinals +3 at home going up against the Bengals. I want to pick the Cardinals here, but I just don't see any way that they're going to pull off a victory. Joe Burrow's not going to let his team lose to the Cardinals. He came out last week and said, or 2 weeks ago, said, I am not sitting this game. We cannot go 0-3. They won that game, and they lost last week. I don't think they're going to lose back-to-back games here. So give me the Bengals traveling all the way to Arizona to pull off this road win.
Yeah, this is another member pick for me, Trey. So 2 picks on the site for me today. I'm not going to give a side, but I will say that you said Joe Burrow is not going to miss the game. He's hurting his team by being out there. You got to give the backup a chance. You got to give A.J. McCarron a chance off the practice squad. This is a game they should win on paper. If you put the backup in there, I think the defense would be good enough. But Joe Burrow's going to play. He's playing at 50%. I don't know. I think he's hurting the team a little bit, but I'm not going to give a side. It's on the site. I kind of like Jamar Chase though today. Arizona secondary is kind of weak, so I did have him 100 plus yards in my parlay. So I love Jamar Chase to have his over receiving yards today.
And then Cam, I guess, adjusted the question. He said, all right, well, maybe not CeeDee Lamb. How about Smith? You like Reynolds over Smith. Bear, you did say Eagles are frauds. What do you think about that one?
Yes, Eagles are frauds, but you don't start Reynolds over Smith either. Rams going to be a high scoring game, so I like Smith over Reynolds. Still.
All right, and I would have to agree with there. Smith, he is the Robin to A.J. Brown's Batman. But at the end of the day, Smith, he does pile up the yards. It does seem at times. So I would go with Smith over Reynolds. Reynolds, he is a great play for today. At the end of the day, you just got to think, are the Lions offense, are they going to pass the ball more than the other ones? Because if the Lions do pass the ball a ton, you just have to assume Reynolds are going to get those targets because he was getting those targets even whenever he wasn't the main guy. So you just got to, go with your gut, Cam. I know you're probably hungry right now. It's 11:16. Your stomach's growling. It's hungry. Just pick whichever guy you want and digest it, and it'll work out.
Good. Perfect.
And then we got this Kansas City Chiefs at Minnesota Vikings game. Neither one of us are Chiefs fans. We both live in Kansas. We both hate the Chiefs. No bias here. Give me the Chiefs though here on the money line.
Gonna take some hate. Give me the Vikings on the money line. Chiefs, not that good this year. Offense is really bad. The defense has been carrying them. Vikings could easily have won every single game. They just turn the ball over at the worst times. I like Kirk Cousins and JJ to get it done.
Do you think this is going to be a high-scoring game? I'm really excited to watch.
This was a member play on YouTube, so I can't give out the total, but I'll give you a side here. I like the Vikings.
All right, well, I think this is going to be a really fun game. I'm surprised this game is not Sunday Night Football, but at the same time, I'm really glad it's not. I could not stand another Taylor Swift, and it looks like you're already catching some hate. Kick rocks, says Cam. Big old Chiefs fan over here.
Also, you know what? Give me the Chiefs on the money line. Swift's not going to be at the game. She didn't travel, so give me Casey. Never mind.
Oh yeah,
I had to make sure. I had to look it up.
I'm tired of it. I mean, I love T Swift more than anyone. I mean, her songs are all right. They're playing her songs a lot on the radio this summer, so it's kind of made me hate her a little bit. But at the end of the day, she's talented. You got to love. And he says, yeah, Brock Purdy's going to have a huge day. I agree with that. Oh, wait,
put me back on the Vikings.
Against the Cowboys. Uh-oh.
Put me back on the Vikings. Let's talk to your bug.
The ugliest game. I feel like the Broncos always find themselves in ugly games. If the Broncos lose this game, I don't know what to tell them. The New York Jets going up against the Denver Broncos. Broncos are at home, barely home favorites at -2.5. Basically a pick'em game, honestly. I'm going to go with the Broncos here. The Jets are not good. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the men's league, and we saw the Jets teammates counseling Zach Wilson on the sidelines, patting him back. It's going to be okay, buddy. You didn't lose us the game, buddy. It's going to be okay, little boy. This is the NFL. The Broncos are going to eat him alive in this game. Give me the Broncos.
Jets on the money line. This game's not going to be close. I don't even want to mess with the points. You're saying little buddy Zach Wilson outperformed Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league last week. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's crying on the sidelines. Like, who cares if you got a strip sack? Man up, take blame, yes. But don't keep taking a knee, getting the pats on the back.
Listen, he had one mistake. Mahomes had 3 big mistakes, and they still won the game. So that's on the Jets defense. That's what I say. Jets, money line, defense plays a lot better today. Broncos offense, nothing special. Broncos defense, horrible. Probably the worst in the league. The Broncos are the worst team in the league because the Bears beat the shit out of the Commanders on Thursday Night Football. So the Denver Broncos are the worst team in the league. Give me the Jets on the money line. Huge bounce back spot for the Jets.
Guys, drop below who you think's going to win this game. I feel like this is going to be a pretty close game. It's a pretty polarizing game, one side or the other. Jets or Broncos. I'm pretty excited to see this game because at the end of the day, I'm going to be watching it on the red zone. I'm not going to have to see any of the shitty plays. I'll just be able to get to see all the touchdowns. There'll probably 1 or 2 touchdowns in that game. But last game that we're going to be talking about on this slate, Sunday Night Football, Bears team, the Dallas Cowboys, traveling across the country to San Francisco to go up against the 49ers. It looks like Cam says, let's ride. He's on the Broncos with me there. The Cowboys are road dogs here, +3.5. Bear, I'll let me go first. I'll let you go on your little tangent rant. I'm going to go with the 49ers here. At the end of the day, the Cowboys, I was leading the Cowboys parade during the first 3 weeks. Their defense looked amazing. Their offense was doing enough. Offense really hasn't had a really great game yet, so maybe it's going to be up against this 49ers team, but probably not. The 49ers defensive line is amazing. Their secondary flies around, especially their safeties. Their safeties are flying all over the field. I think it's going to be a really great game. 3.5 points. I'd probably take the Cowboys plus the 3.5, but I'm going to take the 49ers here on the money line.
2021, Trey, slimed out of the playoffs by a referee, not by the 49ers, by a referee. Dak Prescott scrambled. They put the ball down. The referee destroyed our center. We probably should have signed him to be an O-lineman. Time ran out. That was against the 49ers. 2022, 49ers again. Who was at center last time the 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys? Ezekiel Elliott on the last play of the game. He ran the center, snap back to Dak, throw to Turbin for 3 yards. Great play call by Mike McCarthy. Fast forward to this season. This is a must-win game for the Dallas Cowboys. I will take the Dallas Cowboys on the money line. They have lost back-to-back games in the playoffs from the 49ers. We have the entire offensive line back. We have all of our weapons. Defense is hungry. Micah Parsons is hungry. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant for a reason, hasn't shown me much of anything. He's got a few good targets. He's got Deebo Samuel. He's got CMC, who's the offensive player of the year so far. He cannot win this game. Brock Purdy cannot win this game, okay? He's Mr. Irrelevant. He hasn't played hardly anybody. I think he's a fine quarterback, all right? But I do think that Dak Prescott and company is going to win this game. So I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to win the regular season game, and then we're going to lose in the playoffs, probably to the 49ers. So that'll be my play.
You know what? That's not a bad thing to say. You're going to lose the playoff game and win the regular season game. That's probably the most Dallas Cowboys thing in the world, I feel like. But at the end of the day, you got to hold out hope, Bear. The Cowboys, they're going to do some damage this season come playoff time. You just got to hold out hope. Come on now.
Nah, I'm not going to hold out hope. Whenever I'm alive, we won't win the Super Bowl. I'll tell you that much.
All right. And guys, now is a time where we have all been waiting for. It's time for the parlay lock. Bear, do you have anything locked and loaded yet?
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys plus 3.5.
All right, Dallas Cowboys plus 3.5 is going to be the last leg of the parlay, Sunday Night Football. That's kind of how we like it, honestly. Bear has me ready to run through a brick wall, says Cam. Bear, have you ever thought about giving any pregame speeches to the Dallas Cowboys?
I need to start a cameo here, right? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I'll just start making hype videos for different teams so they can play it, before games. Probably start with D3. Maybe New Hope is looking for people, but yeah, I'm very passionate about the Cowboys. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I love that. And then my first play, it's going to be this Tennessee Titans team plus 3.5 in their game. That's going to be my pick for it. If it lets me go to plus 3.5, I think it will. Yeah, the other way. Minus 227. Okay.
That's all right. It's a 4-leg.
Wait, no, sorry. I meant money line. I was thinking on the.
I was gonna say.
No, sorry, guys. On the money line, minus 140.
All right, so that's your pick. Let's see what else we got here. Who? Give me the Patriots money line. That's easy. Patriots money line. I got a huge bet on them responsibly. So yeah, I like the Patriots.
I was thinking about making that one mine. So if you didn't take it, that one was going to be my last one. So I love that there. And then Chiefs can't cover. Let's see what Minnesota Vikings plus 6.5 looks like. Get it up to that 6.5 number. Minus 170. That puts us at plus 807.
Take 7.5.
Well, let's see what it's 7.5. It goes to plus 807 to plus 737. Honestly, I feel a lot more comfortable getting that extra point there.
Absolutely. All right, that's a good parlay. I love it.
Yeah, we got 2 money lines and 2 spreads. We got the first leg will be the Tennessee Titans on the money line with the Patriots on the money line. And then we have the Minnesota Vikings plus 7.5, the 3 o'clock game. So we got 2 12 o'clocks, a 3 o'clock, and a Sunday night. This is going to be the all-day football parlay. Capping it off with the Dallas Cowboys at plus 3.5. That puts it at a juicy plus 737, guys. I don't see one pick that's not going to hit there. Those 2 money lines are going to be the ones that we got to keep our eye on with the Titans on the money line and Patriots on the money line. But those 2 spreads, I feel super comfortable in. Cowboys, they have a great chance to win this game. Bear, do you have any more motivational speeches or anything else to say before we sign off on this Sunday?
No more motivational speeches. I do have a prize pick entry that I want to talk about. It's a 6-leg parlay, 35 pays 900, and I'm going to give it out right here. Here we go. It's going to be Garrett Wilson, over 57.5 receiving yards. Jamar Chase, over 80.5 receiving yards. Dak Prescott plus Tony Pollard, over a half rushing plus receiving touchdown. Zach Wilson, more than 206.5 passing yards, hook up with Garrett Wilson. Joe Burrow, over 254.5 passing yards. Trey said it. They don't want to lose. And then Michael Gallup's going to round us out for Sunday Night Football, over 32.5 receiving yards. I do think CD Lamb's a good player, Cam, and I think you should start him, but I think Gallup's going to get lost in that secondary a couple times. So I like Michael Gallup there. So 6-leg parlay, 6-player props pays $900 for $35.
That is juicy, guys. Make sure to go put that in Prize Picks. Prize Picks has been handing us out money here recently. Make sure to hit that join button if you want to become a member as well. See our YouTube member plays. And make sure to go check out our website, bearsprofitplays.com. We have a lot of good picks over there. Player props, game picks. You guys name it, we got it. Thank you guys for joining our Sunday lives. We'll be coming out with our game picks. There's no ML. Well, I think we'll be doing an MLB, a member, and an NFL for you guys tomorrow. So make sure to look out for that. Until next week, guys, we'll be going on Sunday lives every Sunday at 11 a.m. Friday lives around 7 p.m. for the Saturday college football slate. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys put in all those game picks. Make sure to put in that parlay lock. Make sure to put in Bears Prize Picks parlay right there. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next Sunday.
See you guys.